All right, so Brock Purdy is expected to be ready to go for week one, according to multiple reports, which, is no surprise because this has been the rumor all along that Brock Purdy, while he did have the elbow surgery after suffering the injury against the Eagles in the NFC Championship last season, looks like his recovery has gone well. He will, all in all, be ready for week one and will be given the starting job ahead of Trey Lance and Sam Darnold. All right, this is the Fantasy Sports Boss. Hit that subscribe and notification button. Going to continue to update all these news items as they come along with a whole bunch of analysis on certain players on a daily basis. So make sure you subscribe and also pick up my fantasy football draft guide, which is available on Amazon and also on the channel homepage through a PDF if you want it that way as well. So a couple of things here about Purdy. So clearly, Mr. Irrelevant as a rookie last year was a complete revelation. He was just won pretty much every start up until the playoffs there and poised beyond his year. Very accurate, very decisive. Was reading the defenses at a very advanced rate for somebody his age and somebody with his Mr. Irrelevant draft pedigree. So the 49ers were sold, and that's going to be their guy. And it's very ironic that Mr. Irrelevant became their potential franchise quarterback and not Trey Lance, who the 49ers traded a boatload for to move up to draft number 3 overall. And, Lance, for all of his athletic gifts, just has not been able to stay on the field health-wise, including last season. Got hurt in the second game of the year and was lost for the season. And also has not really shown it yet in terms of being a pure passer, which is the concern we have for Anthony Richardson for Indianapolis. That's a whole nother issue. But now the 49ers, having also signed Sam Darnold and talked him up, the thinking is maybe they will try to trade Trey Lance to somebody. Not sure what the market would be. I mean, there's certainly some QB needing teams. Tampa Bay Buccaneers come to mind right off the bat about a team that has offensive weapons that could immediately help Lance's transition and help him develop as a quarterback. But as far as Brock Purdy, listen, he doesn't run, so I'm not interested in him in single quarterback leagues. In 2 super flex leagues, he could work as a second quarterback. He's got the weapons with Deebo Samuel and Brandon Ayuk and Christian McCaffrey. So the weapons are there. How this impacts Ayuk and McCaffrey and Samuel, I think this does help Samuel more than Ayuk. I do like both. Listen, both players are incredibly skilled, but they both are neutered some in this offense. Christian McCaffrey is the centerpiece. They're going to run it a lot. This is a Kyle Shanahan run-based offense. So they're not going to allow Purdy to open it up because he's still very young. And that's just not how the offense is designed. So Deebo Samuel will continue to get a lot of catches around the line of scrimmage and then create after, and that's what he does best. And that didn't jive well with Jimmy Garoppolo when Garoppolo was healthy with the 49ers. So it didn't always, rather, because Garoppolo was more willing to throw it down the field, as was Trey Lance to Brandon Ayuk, who he had a decent chemistry with. But I would, and I'm being a little harsh on Jimmy G. He did do some nice things with Samuel. They had a big year, the two of them together, in 2021. So I take that back a little bit. But at least with Brock Purdy, it's going to be a lot of short dump offs. Let Samuel create after the catch, which he's very skilled at doing. But, I faded Samuel last year. I'm fading him again this year. He's always dinged up. He's always hurt. He's an explosive player, but the raw reception numbers are just not going to be there in this offense. And he's never been a big catch guy. Brandon Ayuk is very capable. I didn't even mention George Kittle, who is the third best tight end in football. Battling TJ Hawkinson for that, and Mark Andrews there for that mantle behind Travis Kelce. So honestly, I think that there's just a lot of targets to go around, and I think that's going to hurt all involved. Really, Kittle's the only guy I'm totally interested in. I'm not chasing McCaffrey because I'm not buying an aging running back, even though McCaffrey is still at the top of his game as a major unmatched dual threat runner and receiver. But the mileage is up there. I don't see him being healthy 2 years in a row. So really, George Kittle is the only one in this offense that I'm willing to take on. But the bigger news, like I said, Brock Purdy should be healthy for the start of the season. And now what will happen with Trey Lance? So we'll have to just see what happens there. But make sure you hit the subscribe button and also the like button if you can.